What I really like about projection is that, when we get it into a scale, it starts being emotional. People start feeling it, and the size makes a difference. It's just like overwhelming, standing in front of a building. It's going to be the size of a small building.
This is the actual real-world scale of the things.
Oh, no way.
Pretty big.
I think of myself as a projection designer. I have been doing this work for over 20 years and started as a hobby, and now it turned into an adventure.
That's the beauty of taking digital stuff and moving it into the analog space, making the untangible tangible.
All of our projects are really exciting because we have to give so much for that one moment when the event happens. It was a very big surprise to discover it, when I started to work with Bart. We have a small team of artists in the world. Akira is in Japan, Mauro is in Italy.
And Josh is famous for the skulls. He has done a number of different skulls in different shapes and sizes. And then we are collaborating, adding another layer to it, which is the projection layer.
What we want, of course, is to just steal the entire crowd of Burning Man and have the skull being the center of the world. The man, the temple, the skull.
The title, Shogyo Mujo, it means, that nothing is forever. The skull during the day, it's a sculpture, and then at night it's going to have another life.
Our designs are very eclectic, and they range in the colors and the feel and the pace and the movement. This right here is the 3D version in Photoshop. The designers have this to sort of look at. 3D now is for everybody. Before, it was limited to the select few technicians who took years and years to learn these really high-end applications that are just so technical and complex. Finally, we're able to provide these interface solutions that the illustrators can understand and produce content that they're really good at producing.
Last night, we started to be like, oh yeah. Almost like when we're gonna start to see it full scale. I'm sure Josh is really nervous now because he has to cut all these pieces and he needs to match a 3D model.
This is definitely, metaphorically and physically speaking, the biggest project I've worked on in 12, 16, 18-hour days. Just the scope of it, the environment where it's going to happen, how big it is, and certainly just all these details and chasing. It needs to be engineered for 90-mile-an-hour winds, which, that's Burning Man, but it's like, well, that's Category 3 hurricane, and that's a different scenario.
This project is definitely not without difficulty, struggle, stress. It's a challenge, but a challenge that I think we're all up for.
I really had a notion and a want to build it out of steel, but I really wanted to burn it, and the whole concept of the piece, and of course where we're at, obviously wood, that's the way to go. To go to this scale, I had to go to this geodesic framework. It's lighter, and it's stronger actually.
This project is very special because it's Burning Man and because we want to be part of that creative culture for sure.
It's such a great opportunity. We've got a 360 projection, the first that we've done. It's uncharted territory in a way.
We've had beautiful weather like the last 3 days, and today, when it's time to do this, we do not have beautiful weather.
When the wind came through, some of the pieces broke, and then the whole piece became very weak. It was beyond the repair.
And then today we decided to basically, take all of the front parts, lay them on the ground, put them together, and then construct the face and stand it up. So at this point, we're going to do the front mapping projection.
And then when the wind dies down, get the piece up vertical and get the tech crew on this and start calibrating everything. Circumstances, it's really a feat that we got what we have, and really proud of what what happened. And this did not happen without everybody involved. A lot of lessons learned. There's a way to do it, better ways to do it for these conditions that would change the piece a little bit, but we have something standing as for everyone to see for sure. We just didn't get what we wanted to do there done, What we came out of that with, I think, is a realization that the project needed to continue, move forward, and that the story wasn't going to end there.
Luckily, for us, for the projection, we had these extra days where we were able to improve our programming, try new things. Usually we never get this extra time, And now we're really happy to be able to see the full 360 projection, mapping all the content, and see the original piece.
It feels good to be accomplished. The design of the skull is beautiful, the designs are really nice, colorful, and then also the fact that they go around the whole skull just make everybody kind of, think how is this happening?
There's really a bit of magic to it. It doesn't look like it's being projected upon, it looks like it's glowing. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. That's what you just hear when people walk up to it.
We made something that nobody saw coming and ran with it and got it to an even better spot. 12 feet actually looks huge in person. I was expecting oh wow, it's only 12 feet, but once it's on the pedestal, it looks really, really enormous. But that's the great thing about our content, is that we can scale up as necessary. Maybe there'll be a 50-foot skull someday, who knows?